Buddy, welcome back to the stream. Thanks for coming out. We are streaming live on X and on YouTube, and we do this every single weekday. So I'll be here tomorrow as well, and I was here yesterday. Today might be a shorter stream, which is okay. We just don't have a whole lot of content to talk about besides the markets. I do have a interesting market update for you guys. But as far as DeFi talks, once again, we're talking about the Wise Lending Protocol. That's my protocol that we and my team have been working on for several years now and is now just launched. You can see we're still holding strong above 316,000 total value locked on Arbitrum. We'd like to increase that amount, and it has been increasing week over week. Just a week ago we had 200,000. Now we've got 300,000. Hopefully we can keep the ball rolling there and getting people to deposit on our platform. And so what we're offering here is a lending protocol that is more efficient than other lending protocols. And what that's going to translate into is higher APY for our users. Right now, our APY is relatively low. We're in the middle of a transition where we are transitioning into new power farms. We use Pendle as a yield source. So Pendle has got power farms that have a maturity date. And so when the maturity date happens, we got to transition out of the old pools and into the new pools. Currently, we're waiting for the new Ethereum one to be launched. But today, specifically, I wanted to show you guys that on the Ethereum chain, Pendle is actually offering eBTC pool, which is earning on Bitcoin. And so this is kind of exciting because this will allow us to use wrapped Bitcoin positions and offer an APY on wrapped Bitcoin positions. Now, notice this is the people providing this. This is EtherFi. So this is same people that do the EtherFi for ETH that we're using currently in our protocol. Well, now they've got it for Bitcoin, and so this is super cool because there's not a lot of great ways to start earning yield on your Bitcoin. And look, Pendle. Right now, it's at 45% APY, and there's already $5.6 million of TVL. So I do expect this APY to go down. I don't think 45% APY is sustainable long term. So it'll go down. The market will determine that. But still, even if like APY is hard to get in these times right now. So even if it's like 8%. Or wherever it evens out, that's going to be great because currently you can't really earn any yield whatsoever on your wrapped Bitcoin. There's only a few different ways that are kind of hard. So just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that, and I hope that we can get that integrated soon. Let me check in with you guys. I don't see any messages, so if you guys are watching, let me know you're watching. Tell me how's it going, whether it's on X or whether it's on YouTube. You can go ahead and at least say hi, even if you got nothing to say. So let's turn over to our market update because we actually did get that move that we were looking for. I told you guys yesterday I was in a long. I was able to catch these wicks down right here and enter in a long. And that long turned out being the right decision because we got this nice little run up. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to capture the whole move because this happened while I was sleeping. However, we were able to capture some of it, and now I'm completely out of the market. You can see that today, just a few hours ago, we had this nasty red candle that basically undid all the gains of last night, but it did find support on our daily open, and now it's going to it's recovering this red vector candle. So I'm out of the market right now and just observing because this could do a number of different things. This could retrace some of this red vector candle, might make it up to the 50 EMA again, and then either it's going to get rejected from there and we'll go down further, or it's going to, slowly break through and then we'll establish a foothold, and then maybe we can try harder. If we zoom out, not sure if the 4 hour is going to be good enough to see it, but yeah, so we're in a place right now where nothing is programmed, nothing is guaranteed. We could very easily drop from here. We could also go up from here as well. The fact that we went up to 65K here, and then the fact that we retrace so much kind of just resets the market. Like I'm not super duper bullish anymore. I would have continued to be super duper bullish if we had bounced off one of these larger moving averages here and then continued on up. But honestly, until we see like 69,000 or higher, there's really nothing to get that excited about yet. Like if we look at what Bitcoin has been doing for months, 74K, then lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. I mean, there's really nothing to get excited about yet. We're still, way below moving averages. The daily, unless it goes up significantly from here in the next 2 hours and 53 minutes, then this is looking like one major wick that's going to just resolve to the downside, to be honest. So this like on the daily, this looks extremely bad. Actually, this looks like we're going back down to like 50K or lower. So, if you'd asked me 2 days ago, I felt that possibly this was the one where we would at least go to 70,000 from here. This would look really good until we had this red daily candle through the 50 EMA that kind of undid a lot of the technical chart. And really, I'm not too bullish anymore. Even given the fact that we did get our retrace yesterday, the fact that it was just so quick and then it just undid everything so quickly, it just makes me want to be super cautious. And before, when we did this green vector candle right through the 50 EMA, this was great. And when we were coming down, I was figuring that there's no way we're going to go past 56,000, and we didn't. We found support at 58,000. But now, given this price action, it makes me think that we could very easily just plummet down even as low as like 50,000, if not down to the 44,000. You do notice that we do have this brown box right here in this $44,000 region that could get recovered. Who knows? The world is kind of uncertain right now. We're bullish because of rate cuts, but really, that might be just a dream at this point. It's like it might take more than a 25% basis cut to actually bring us higher as far as Bitcoin goes. And we don't even know if we're going to get like a bigger rate cut than that. Like actually, most people are expecting 25% rather than 50% basis points. And even when that does happen, that doesn't guarantee that that's going to, make Bitcoin shoot up. It might take some more time than that. So all I'm saying right here is that I'm not super bullish anymore. I'm more neutral and I'm more watching the patterns unfold. And I think that 56,000, I don't think that's a strong point anymore because of this retrace that happened today and how it created this, scammy looking wick up and down. That doesn't look super strong. So if we have weakness here before we've even retraced back up to 65,000, then that makes me want to step back and just keep on assessing the market, because at this point we're pretty close to 56K. We're even pretty close to like 54K, and we could easily dump on some bad news or one little thing goes wrong, and we can easily see those things. It's also very interesting that the top of this, oh man, chart keeps on running away from me, that the top of this one ended up being 65K, and this is significantly like it's like we lost more here from here to here than we lost from here to here and from here to here and from here to here. So I was expecting us to kind of follow the trend line and maybe see a 66 to 68,000. But no, we stopped at 65,000, then came all the way back down here, and now it looks super sketchy. So this could also indicate that this pattern is about to resolve, either to the downside or to the upside. But yeah, oh man, I can't get my chart to agree with me today. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the market. Let me know what you guys think too. Um, I'm not a full-time trader. I just trade as a hobby, and so that's why I'm always willing to give you guys my insights. Not too much of an action item today. Like I told you, I'm out of the markets. But if you're either still super bullish or either super bearish, just word of caution. We're in an area of uncertainty right now, and sometimes it's best to take a step back, kind of see where the market goes. Christoph is here and says, "Hey Peter, I watch every day." Well, I appreciate you for watching, man. And what do you think of the new Bitcoin pool on Pendle? That's really big news, because I've been searching for Bitcoin yield sources for a very long time, and we haven't really been seeing them until now. So it's very cool that we see this emerging on Pendle, and I can't wait to get this live, because I know some of our community holds wrapped Bitcoin, and this would be a way to earn a good yield on your wrapped Bitcoin while you deposit on Wise Lending. Let's check Twitter, because we had that spicy Twitter post from Vitalik the other day. All right, we got Elon Musk, who is at war with Brazil. What do you guys think about Elon Musk, by the way? I think that if he didn't buy Twitter, that the world might be a significantly different place as far as social media and just things that are happening. The fact that he did buy Twitter, and the fact that he is not censoring people, and sticking to allowing it to be the platform of free speech, I think that's a really good thing. And he stood up to other governments now, including Brazil, when Brazil asked him to censor people on the platform. So I think that's super interesting. We just had that, it just came out that Facebook, confirmed Mark Zuckerberg, worked with the Biden administration to censor stories, the Hunter Biden laptop story, to censor, that story on Facebook. And they were pressured by the White House to do so. So, I mean, I think it's a good thing that we have a platform like X where stuff like that cannot happen. See what Crypto RS says. George is always a good read. It says, the measures in Bitcoin dominance and altcoin dominance. As you can see, alt dominance has fallen quite a bit. Last time we saw these levels was back in 2020. Could this be our bottom signal? It's interesting that we're here at Bitcoin at the $60,000 region, which is pretty close to last cycle's all-time high, and we're talking about this being the bottom. That's really interesting to me. Now, we still don't have retail involved yet. There's still just not that level of activity. And I've been thinking about a scenario where, what if we just continue this, downward, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs? What if we just stay boring and continue lower highs for the next several months, maybe even through the rest of this year? I think that could absolutely be a scenario that's possible. As much as I want, 80K, 100K Bitcoin next month, and Fed rate cuts, I would like, as much as I would love if that spurred $100,000 Bitcoin, we just don't know if that's going to happen, and it just might take some more time. So there's several different scenarios, right? This could have been the top 74,000, and then we could just get boring, and then it could just really dip from here. Or we could just stay boring and lower highs, and for a longer amount of time that anybody wants. And then maybe towards the end of this year or in the beginning of next year, then we start to break out. kind of like how we broke out, this January from like 16,000 and then started going up. I really don't know, but I definitely think it's best to remain cautious here. Like I was even holding some Bitcoin that I sold because I feel like it's a greater possibility that we see that we see at least $50,000 again, if not this $44,000 at some points. Like definitely after seeing this last week's price action, it just makes me rethink the bullish case at this point. So I don't know, guys. Let me know. Oh, we got some questions in here. What do you think about fractal Bitcoin? I don't know. I don't know what fractal Bitcoin is. Maybe you could let me know. Christoph says EBTC looks interesting, but I only have Bitcoin, so I'd have to convert it. I'd have to convert it if I want to do that. Yep, that's true. You definitely would be taking on more risk as far as holding Bitcoin on the Bitcoin chain in a Bitcoin wallet to converting it into wrapped Bitcoin or converting it into this EBTC. So that definitely is a concern. EtherFi is a pretty huge company. Like they've got hundreds of millions of dollars in liquidity for their ETH versions of this. I'm sure they're going to have deep liquidity if they don't already for EBTC. But yeah, there's always that level of risk that's more than if you're just holding it in your wallet. That's where the rewards come in. So me personally, I feel like this is pretty safe. Like it's an acceptable amount of risk. It's a huge company. And there's lots of liquidity there, so I'm not worried about them rugging or doing something like that. But yeah, of course there is always that risk there. Fractal Bitcoin said may have bought it because an ex-girlfriend blocked him, so whenever he became the owner he deleted the account. That's why he calls X now. Oh, talking about Elon Musk. I mean, I saw posts like way back when he was doing PayPal where he was talking about X. So I think X is like goes way far back than an ex-girlfriend. Like I think this is something that he had in his mind a long time. Somebody told me Bitcoin is going to 500,000 pretty soon. What do you think? His name was Michael Saylor. You know what? I was at that Bitcoin conference and where Michael Saylor was saying not just 500,000 but to millions of dollars. Well, first of all, his predictions are like 25 years into the future. Well, that was for the one where Bitcoin is like multiple millions of dollars. I haven't heard his 500K prediction, but the thing with Michael Saylor is he's got a conflict of interest because his company is obviously buying lots of Bitcoin. Of course, he's going to say Bitcoin is going to go up ridiculously high in a short amount of time. Me, that's not realistic in the short term. Like how in the world does that happen? Like, have you looked around at what's happening in the world? Like, have you looked, we got problems, we got issues. The economy isn't amazing. It just like the world would have to be significantly different for Bitcoin to be $500,000, or the dollar would have to collapse to the point where it's worth so little that that Bitcoin at its current value is worth 500,000 US dollars. So that could be a scenario too. But $500,000 in the short term, I mean, come on. We haven't even hit $100,000 yet, so it's not really realistic to say we're going to hit $500,000. That's not really helpful. Like, what action am I supposed to take from that besides buying more Bitcoin? And what if this isn't not a good time to buy Bitcoin compared to in a month from now? I think buying here or buying in a month from now or buying in 6 months from now is good if you're looking to hold it for years and years and years. But yeah, as like I'm more of a short-term trader. Like I'm not sitting on millions of dollars that I'm just going to sink into Bitcoin and don't care about it for 5 years. Like that's That's not something that I'm doing. So unless you're that person, then I think $500,000 Bitcoin prediction is really unhelpful. Like, yeah. What went into the decision to choose Connect Dot over the Arbitrum bridge? What is Connect Dot? I don't know what you're talking. It's launching September 9th from the Unisat wallet. I'm not sure what that is. The Arbitrum bridge. So the bridge that I use is actually a Cross.2. So this is bigger than the official Arbitrum bridge, actually. This is the one that I use, a Cross.2. All right, guys. Any other questions? We gone 21 minutes already, and I'm looking to wrap it up soon. So let me know what your questions are. Let's see, what is launching September 7th? Don't understand that. Are you talking about Elon Musk and X? What's launching September 9th? Because Elon calls everything X. Like, he wants X to be like the overarching thing for everything that he's done. You know, there's SpaceX, there's X, which, you know, formerly Twitter, and yeah, he's calling everything X. There's even an X in some of his children's names. So X, he wants to be like the everything app, I think. All right, guys. Seems like a good place to wrap it up. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up there. I will be streaming tomorrow, and of course, and so that will make the third week in a row, I believe, that we have not missed a day as far as, you know, Monday through Friday every single week. So hope you guys enjoy. I'm going to look for a topic to talk about tomorrow, and whether that's, you know, digging into Twitter and trying to find something relevant. But I love the ones where we have got like a solid theme and that we could talk about something. Now, today we talked about the new Bitcoin pool on Pendle. That's pretty exciting. But I want to come up with something cool to talk about tomorrow. So if you guys have suggestions as well, feel free to drop in a suggestion either on Discord or on the comments for this video. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.